The future is here.
I will be the greatest provider of electrical power in the world. Better than Edison.
He's playing dirty. You can too.
This is costing us a fortune. Westinghouse stole from me!
I hope you brought your checkbooks.
These names, Edison and Westinghouse, are kind of these iconic trademark names. But they're, you know, it's always interesting to realize that they were actually real people, just like all of us had the same kind of foibles and needs and wants, and you know, had good days and bad days, and it's great to see them humanized, I think, in this way.
I didn't know about the electric chair and discrediting, and
Yeah,
that was really shocking to me. I mean, there was a lot of things I didn't know, and I think a lot of things that I took for granted, where his inventions took us and how much they developed, and how, you know, that's the reason we're sat here now recording our voices and our faces. It's kind of amazing.
And the idea that there was a bidding war to power the World's Fair.
Yeah.
That would have never even occurred to me, the notion that something like that would happen.
Yeah, and I had no idea about, I guess, quite how detailed the fight for patents was. You know, the screw, the filaments, the glass, the type of vacuum. I mean, it's just that's just the light bulb, let alone then the current that supplies it, the dynamos that make the current, the, you know, form of fuel, and all of it was an education for me, really.
If you want to be remembered, it's simple. Shoot a president. But if you prefer to have what I call a legacy, you leave the world a better place than you found it.
You are building miracles out of thin air.
I'm working on something so new that the world would never be the same.
A lot of reading and a lot of asking Alfonso questions. I mean, he really, you know, he knew a lot about the era, and just listening and leaning into his vision of how he wanted to make the film and how he wanted to bring these characters to life. And it was important for him to make a film that was about the future, even though it's set in the past. And these men and women are at the forefront of that. They're the sort of rock and roll stars of their time. So, and the accent, obviously, and trying to listen to. There's only one. Well, there's a couple of recordings, but the pitch is very, very much heightened because of how old they are. But so I listened to it. So I had a lot more material. These guys, Westinghouse burnt his stuff, and Mary has very little about her. So
it was more about creating someone from scratch, but the script, it was very much there in Michael's script, so that was really helpful. I suppose generally, and I imagine for Alfonso, was making a film like this, which is a period drama and about a subject which is quite serious, and potentially could be uninteresting, into something really edgy and fun and pacey, and I think into a really exciting film, actually. I think that was his challenge, and he really did it.
His current kills people. 3, 2, 1.